I'm as guilty as the sin. I don't deny that, but damn it, you've got to review the facts. The whole story. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the family, both the little mutts and the kid. But I'm 7 years old now, and I've got another good 5 years left to me. It's a waste for me to die now. It's a waste. So I messed up a little. Doesn't everyone? Look, this is what happened. For a start, that fence that you put up was just beaming with curiosity. Don't you humans understand us at all? If you want to put up a fence between dogs, put up a chain link fence or a wire mesh fence. Because if we can't see each other, then we have to try and get through the fence. Dogs. A man's best friend. Since the dawn of time, humans and canines have always been side by side. However, according to Nature.com, aggressively behaving dogs can cause public concern by biting people and other pets, causing medical or even lethal consequences for the victim. Boris, a 7-year-old Rottweiler, struggles to cope when 2 new dogs move in next door. They tease and torment him. Through the experiences of Boris, we learn that it's better to think before we act. The Doglogs, by C.J. Johnson. So that's the beginning of the story. Everything's hunky-dory, then up goes this big new fence. New neighbors have moved in, and it seems that they are some sort of dogs. All I know is one morning, I wake up, and there's 2 new voices barking right on the other side of that fence. So I go bark on my side. Well, we bark, and it's instantly aggressive. Then we break for lunch. Then their master takes them inside, and by now, I was pretty angry. I can't help it. It's how you people bred me. So, after dinner, I'm just having a little bit of quiet time when it starts up again. Well, I become a little furious and start barking again. Then, my master yells at me from inside the house to be quiet. So, obedient and respectful I am, I have to stay quiet while these arrogant newcomers keep on barking, saying, "Given up, have you?" You can imagine that I didn't sleep well that night. The next day, the barking starts as soon as their master goes to work. So I bark and, well, I start to dig. I dig away at the earth under the fence. And those dumb little idiots, I can hear them digging too. After dinner, they come out again and start to bark. Let me assure you, I try so hard to forget the entire episode. But 3 minutes of their inane diatribe barking and I can't help myself. I'm back there, barking and digging again. 10 o'clock and my master comes out and yells at me again to stop barking. Don't you see? I was being driven to disobedience, and it wasn't my fault. I go to bed, but I can't sleep. They bark until 11, and that brings us to yesterday. I had only managed to catch the barest hint of sleep when their barking woke me up. It's 7 in the morning. As soon as my master's gone, I get back into the fray. My paws are welted, and my throat is chapped. But I continue to dig and bark. So we're back there, barking, digging, barking, digging, barking, digging, and then the fence starts to give a little bit more. And here we go. I fiercely ram into the fence, and it falls down. Just the sight of them looking at my brawn and killer teeth satisfies me, but not enough. So I grab one of them and rip their barking little heads off. Then the other one comes at me, like he's gonna get revenge for his friend. And he actually manages to nip me before I tear his stomach apart. And finally, there's silence. Later, their master comes home. He screams when he sees them. A little kid, maybe 10 or 11 years old, his parents must still be at work. He just stands there and screams. At about 6, a man comes to the gate. He looks furious. I try to make him understand what happens. But he just stands there and points his finger. Finally, he puts a note on the gate. And my master gets home, as usual, around 7. First thing, he reads the note. Second, he checks out the demolished fence. And then third, he comes to me. He doesn't yell. He just stands there and looks at me. Then he hugs me. And then I don't get fed all night. Today he goes out in the morning and he comes back. Now he's late for work, but he makes me a meal and brings it out to me. Then he goes out to work. I've been staring at that bowl for 5 hours now. It reeks of poison. But I am obedient and respectful. My master has been shamed, and it is my fault. He must not be shamed further. So pardon me while I eat.